Tonight on DC News Now, new photos of the suspect from a shootout on the National Mall. What we're learning about how the Secret Service patrols the area incognito.
More than $7,000 worth of food tokens to help families in need stolen. What this will mean for the community.
Slightly cooler in the wake of this cold front as that exits off towards the east. Chance for a couple showers, though. More on that coming up.
At the very least, this action has encouraged and motivated people around the country.
After nearly 6 full days, the man who scaled the Frederick Douglass Bridge in protest against the war in Iran finally comes down. What he told us moments before being taken into custody.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Tales tonight, investigators reveal updated information about the man accused of shooting at Secret Service officers near the White House. These new release photos are giving us a clearer picture of what happened Monday afternoon. Federal investigators say Michael Marks was walking along Vice President J.D. Vance's motorcade route when he exchanged gunfire with the Secret Service. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. Federal prosecutors say while running off, Marks shot at Secret Service and ended up hitting a 15-year-old boy who was crossing the street with his parents. The officers firing back, hitting Marks several times.
A sworn statement from a Secret Service agent says Marks made a vulgar remark about the White House while in the ambulance. Now, the affidavit does not specify whether investigators believe Marks had a particular target. He is facing multiple charges now.
Now, the Secret Service recently revealing they regularly have officers in plain clothes monitoring areas like the National Mall who were the ones to first notice Marks. And we're now hearing from a former agent who's worked undercover. DC News Now's Ben Dennis getting a glimpse of their mission.
Yeah, so Ben, this retired agent says those who are undercover may be listening to our conversations near the mall and also the White House.
Yeah, and they say it's regular police work here to investigate. I'm told that undercover agents are patrolling near the White House and near the president generally, consistently. Again, looking like everyday people, tourists in some cases. And as you mentioned, one retired special agent in charge told me that they would hear a threat physically at least once a month when he was on the force. Without blowing their cover, they stepped in.
Kind of scary. I mean, it seems like it's infringing a bit, doesn't it?
Officers in plain clothes on patrol near the White House perimeter, blending in on the National Mall, along motorcade routes, and at official events. The undercover police work acknowledged by the Secret Service Deputy Director after Monday's shooting near the mall.
Plain clothes officers and agents that consistently patrol the outer perimeter of the White House complex identified a suspicious individual that appeared to have a firearm.
If it's summer, you're going to see us probably in, golf shorts, cargo shorts.
Retired Special Agent in Charge Jeff James says these tactics have been used for decades.
Probably wear a shirt that we could blouse out to cover our weapons and our equipment. When some folks lifted their arms up to start throwing eggs at the motorcade, which can seem like a harmless thing, but when you consider the fact that you can take those eggs and inject them with everything from acid to anthrax, it can be dangerous, so they were able to intervene.
Mixed feelings for those learning undercover agents may be listening in.
As a tourist coming here, we probably know that there may be something happening like this.
I think that's odd, but there's been all kinds of threats recently, hasn't there?
And retired Special Agent Jeff James, who we just heard from, said he can't reveal exactly how many agents work undercover, not even a ballpark estimate when I asked him to share it generally. Now, interestingly enough here, these agents go through investigative training, and federal documents I found detailed plans for the Secret Service and the Department of Homeland Security to build a mock White House, a fake one, in order to train at their training facility in Beltsville, Maryland. DHS tells me plans are still underway. On the National Mall, Ben Dennis, DC News Now.
All right, great insight there, Ben, live tonight. Really interesting.
All right, we're going to turn our attention to our chief meteorologist, Jackie Lair. We're over hump day now, and are we going to still see some more rain showers tomorrow?
We could see a couple of those sprinkles, but I think later on to the afternoon we should see some sunny breaks. I mean, similar to what we had earlier today where that sunshine was trying to break out. But out there right now, we still have a few rain showers to talk about. Some of those are still sliding on through, mainly south of 66 breaks across parts of Virginia right now. Seeing that out towards Warrenton, across parts of Fauquier County, and back down towards Culpeper County as well. A few more of those raindrops across parts of Montgomery County and up towards Frederick County, Maryland too. But overnight tonight, again, still tracking some of the clouds. Temperatures falling back down to upper 40s to the north, low to mid 50s as we get closer towards D.C. and areas southward. And if you're trying to plan out your day tomorrow, starting off with the cloud cover, maybe a couple of those spot sprinkles. Mainly cloudy by 10 a.m., but notice that we should be seeing some sunny breaks later on to the afternoon. Temperatures will be slow to warm up, upper 50s by 2 p.m. Eventually, we'll see those highs tomorrow, low to mid 60s for much of the area. But like I mentioned, dependent on how much sunshine does break out through the day tomorrow, especially later on tomorrow afternoon and evening. More details and a look ahead towards that Mother's Day weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Jackie, we'll see you then. All new tonight, a heartless crime in Maryland. More than $7,000 worth of tokens to help feed families in need were stolen over the weekend.
The nonprofit gives the tokens to people to buy food at local restaurants, and now they're just really concerned they won't be able to continue their critical mission.
And DC News Now's Yamari Sase live in Hyattsville. So Yamari, how do these tokens actually work?
Yeah, so these tokens are actually called bread coins, and they're actually worth about $3 for each of them. And they're given to people dealing with food insecurity to help them get a fresh, hot meal from local restaurants across the DMV. Now, just this past weekend, $7,500 worth of these tokens were stolen from a car right here in the Hyattsville area. And the CEO tells me that he's hoping these coins can be returned soon so that he can accomplish his goal. And essentially, he is offering a $1,000 reward to get that done.
I was sad because I knew of the impact on the community.
Scott Borger is the CEO of Breadcoin Foundation, a nonprofit that fights food insecurity using these coins.
It's very dignifying. People will use them and receive them on a weekly basis, and they might have 4 bread coins and they might use them for morning coffee. Some people use them a couple times for breakfast.
Each coin is worth $3. Restaurants accept them as payment, then Breadcoin reimburses the restaurants. But over the weekend, the organization took a major hit.
One of our team members had picked up coins on Friday and Saturday and had them in the car to be able to deliver them back to our office headquarters. Someone had broke into his car on Sunday morning and took the 2,400 coins.
That's nearly $7,500 gone. Borger says the loss goes far beyond money, saying it directly impacts people who depend on these coins to eat.
The fact that they are not in our possession means that we are backing every one of them, which means it's fewer dollars that are available to be able to put towards food access.
Now, Breadcoin is offering a $1,000 reward in tokens for information that helps recover the stolen coins.
We want to get these back into circulation, but we want to recognize that these coins are for the community, and if they were willing to give them back, we will allow you to do it anonymously.
Now, Prince George's County Police are now handling this investigation, so if you or anyone has any information regarding this theft, you are encouraged to contact police. For now, reporting live in Hyattsville, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
All right, all new tonight in Virginia, the FBI has raided the office of longtime state senator Louise Lucas. Video here showing agents also outside a cannabis business she owns in Portsmouth. The FBI says it's part of a corruption investigation, and agents have a warrant to search that facility along with her district office. The Democrat helped lead the Commonwealth's recent voter-approved redistricting efforts, giving Dems a 10-to-1 advantage. Lucas's daughter calling the raid devastating, saying she has no idea what investigators are looking for.
Does it have anything to do with the health care?
Nothing to do with our health care, but I don't know. They here to search everything. Anything related to Lucas.
What do you think it is?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Don't know. You'll find out when we find out.
The FBI and Justice Department have opened several probes into people President Trump perceives as political enemies, and he's denounced Virginia's redistricting initiative. Of course, we will continue to bring you the latest details as we learn them both here on air and online at DCNewsNow.com. All new tonight in the district, we're hearing from the mayor's response to more than a dozen police officers now on leave and told they could be fired.
It is following this internal investigation into the department's reporting of crime statistics statistics. The police union says it was a toxic culture of fear that coerced officers into downgrading crimes to less serious offenses, all in an effort to make the data look better than they really were. When Mayor Muriel Bowser was asked directly if she trusts the department's crime numbers to make important law enforcement decisions, she did not immediately reply yes.
I think there will be some changes that we make to make sure that any crime data has a second look. And what is going to be really key, and I suspect it's in all of these recommendations for termination, is if this is deliberate, if it is meant to make the official look good and not show what's actually happening, there are repercussions for that.
Well, Mayor Bowser also saying part of the city's report from the Inspector General could be made public. It's not clear when that might happen or when the termination or disciplinary proceedings for the 13 police officers could begin. It is D.C. Small Business Week. The city is awarding nearly 50 companies across the district about $500,000 in total. They can use that grant money for various expenses, including employee salaries, rent, inventory, and marketing. The city has handed out more than $4.5 million to small businesses since the grant program was launched back in 2019.
We are helping you stretch your dollar with some free veggies for families in the district. The mayor posting on social media, you can pick up the produce at the Parks and Rec communal farms every Tuesday from 11 until noon. They are available over at the Edgewood Rooftop Farm. On Wednesdays and Saturdays in the morning, you can head over to the Lederer Garden. And finally, from 11 until noon on Thursdays, they're available over at the Powell Communal Farm. The free veggies, they are available starting May 12th, and they go through November. More Stretch Your Dollar news now, and for the next time you fuel up, you can save 50 cents a gallon over at 7-Eleven every 7th and 11th day of the month. You do have to text all in to 711-711 to sign up for the savings, and this offer runs through July.